All the lights are flashing red. There's one, and there is right there. And
going on over here?
no, I don't hear.
You don't hear that beeping noise?
I hear that high hum, but I don't know what that stands for.
I think that's the generator, I think. Because I know these things have generators.
As you can tell, this electronic device is not working.
That's for the street light right there.
The street light right there,
There's no voltage.
which we can tell are flashing right now.
Because of a major blackout.
Traffic. I want to cross the street. Wait, does it work?
Of all people, Spencer Mosier, think that this is a great break from the internet. Although we can still access the internet on our smartphones, I'm not on any video game, I'm outside. This is kind of a change of pace, you know?
Spencer's enjoying a nature walk.
Yes, a nature walk. We can call it
He has not used any computer or internet related device since 3:30 today.
And I have not gone into withdrawal. Maybe if it was like a week.
He's still alive. For all of you out there, you could still live without electricity.
Yes, but barely I should say.
No, you don't need to use an air filter right now.
Communication systems and send everybody back, and that also puts a little bit of burden into the, as it is, crowded streets.
And we also are getting reports, of course, that because of the power outage in Baja and on this side of the border crossings have been very congested this afternoon.
Oh, but it's not closed yet?
Well, they are normally congested anyway, but it got stopped for a while because of the services kicked in, and we found out actually what it was, the etiology of the problem. They reopened the border again.
Okay, thanks very much. Mr. Rodriguez, Mario Rodriguez, the Deputy Director of Office of Emergency Services in Baja California, Mexico. Thanks very much for bringing us up to date and our listeners up to date on what's happening south of the border. SDG&E is working to restore power by tonight, by tomorrow, by sometime tomorrow in all areas. A lot of questions we've received the last couple of hours, LaDonna, about water. Whether or not people can use the water coming into their homes. Do they have to cut back because of the impact on electricity being cut off at sewage treatment, at water treatment plants, that kind of thing? Somebody here maybe can interact with the Ramona Water District.
There's like nobody.
The concerns that people have had, and thanks for joining us here on the Kogo Newsline. So again, the key word for tonight is we await at some point here power being restored tonight or by tomorrow sometime anyway. Coming on in waves, according to the CEO at SDG&E. But it's going to be a time for patience, for wise decisions when it comes to using water and using candles in the home tonight, for instance.
Go for it if you want.
Just be smart about how you're going to be
is open
tonight without electricity.
Wait, is my work open?
Available to you at your
Nope, my work has no power.
We had tons of phone calls from a lot of listeners because of a football game that is going on right now. It's the Saints and the Packers, and a lot of people cannot watch this game. It's really important to them, and we thought we'd get Josh to come in from Extra Sports and talk a little bit about what's going on. Hey, Josh. Oh, wait a second. You know what? We're going to have to try to get away to make that mic work. I know that
Josh probably lost electricity to his microphone.
We know that there has been some sort of terrorist attack.
Dude, everything's closed.
That everything is going to be fine. It's going to be a while before we get that power on.
It was a terrorist. What did they say it was a terrorist?
They couldn't really study any game film, so Chargers practiced ended early with the hopes of coming back tomorrow on time for
These two main lights are working.
All right, Josh Rosenberg from Extra Sports. Thanks so much for coming in. It's been a kind of a long afternoon, so Chris is here, thank God. Mike Nigley, the CEO from SDG&E, I don't know if you had an opportunity to talk or to listen to what he had to say about
looks like it's open.
the power lines for the
Yeah, dude, there's so many people here.
cascaded through Southern California. It's definitely affected 1.5 million customers, and that's more people. Those are just households and businesses. They're going from meters. So we're talking about millions of people who are in the dark right now. They say that San Onofre is down through at least tomorrow, and we're not going to see a lot of power coming back on until late tonight.
But I thought it was remarkable that he said that the line from Arizona into California had already been restored, because when you hear terms like it was severed, you make it think of something catastrophic had happened. If
Right.
it's just some technical glitch involving a computer and they've already got one of the two power lines on, I thought that was the best news we've heard this afternoon.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, San Diego City Councilman Carl DeMaio is
Oh,
on
that
the
light
line.
in here,
yes,
too.
and this is the one. I'm hoping I hit the right line. Is this Carl?
Hey, LaDonna. Hey, Chris. How are you?
I know that you're saying that your district is having some water issues.
Yeah, well, first let me just say, city staff has been working powered the pump station.
Okay.
Pressure of the water tower. We're asking not.
Exactly. También llenas los...
Target open?
Sí. Let's go, Shaq. También llenas las tinas con agua just in case si nos bañamos en el abajo. O la mía, porque puede llenarse con agua. Porque también pueden usar la tina como un tanque, ¿no? Ajá. So llenas esas con agua y ahí pueden usar agua en caso que se ocupa.
Target's open.
Ajá.
They closed for like a little
Sí.
while.
Y Target está abierto ahorita. Sí. Okay, ahorita checamos.
Yeah, they're on emergency.
Let's go to the gas station.
Which gas station?
Shell, next to us.
That one's closed.
Maybe it's open now. En el carro dispenser, porque calle Barcelona.
Are you guys running on emergency power? What's that? Are you guys running on emergency power in there?
Well, we got generators.
You guys got generators?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so are you guys gonna be open like throughout the next days while the power's out?
Probably tomorrow, and yeah, probably, yeah.
Alright, no cut it on hours or anything like that?
No, I have no idea.
Alright, cool. Thanks,
Alright,
man.
thank you. ¿Qué diste? ¿Qué pasó? Ahorita checamos, porque Spencer dijo que estaba cerrado antes. Bye.
Councilman, again, give us a call a little bit later.
Hey, guys.
Let us know how it's going, especially with the water.
You guys know of any open gas stations right now? None of them? Not even like the major ones like the Shell or anything like that?
Higher elevation than the water storage.
Have you guys heard any updates?
Work a little bit harder. We want to get an opportunity to go to
Tomorrow
Really?
afternoon?
and check in.
So you guys are just gonna be out in the forest until then, or?
All right.
I've been up since 6 in the morning, and yeah, you're gonna be here for like another 12 hours.
Wow.
Oh,
Sucks.
Everybody else, you're gonna see a lot of cops out.
Yeah. I mean,
Their watch will be happy to see
For
you.
safety,
exactly, because I was literally up on Lake Drive. I was gonna call in saying the light was out, and then I noticed, oh wait, when I got home, oh my power's out. Great. So.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. This whole thing's weird. It's all San Diego County, all the way to Arizona.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Parts of New York.
Parts of New York, no kidding. Well, I know New York has a storm going through right now. That
Yeah,
much.
me too.
But yeah, I just didn't know because my friend who's in the military, they actually just recalled him the base. He was leaving.
They're not gonna take chances. You never know. But I tell you what, I've heard one thing about that scary word terrorism. So.
Yeah, I mean, especially 9/11 coming up. So yeah.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank
thanks.
you.
All right.
Have the trolleys with their power-generated trains shut down since 3:40 today. Some folks have been stranded there.
Tell me it is not open.
Service. We had one that took off at 6:21, Amtrak train making all of the coaster stops. We have another train that's leaving northbound from Santa Fe Beach
Okay.
to Oceanside at 7:03, and the last one will be at 8:20 p.m. So there are two more opportunities.
No backup generators?
To catch a train
Nope.
up north. However, what you need to also
You know, the ones I think would be only open would be the ones near the freeway.
I know they
if
said
anything.
Costco was open.
Costco would be open right now.
I think they said Costco's the only one got.
That one works. What is it?
Head down to Carlsbad. Wait, where's the? How far away is the powerhouse?
Don't know. You can actually see the powerhouse if you go straight ahead.
You want to go
By
to
the beach.
Actually, that'd be actually kind of cool. Let's go to the powerhouse.
You can actually see it.
Yeah. Looks like
The
power.
101 would be a lot better in my opinion than the freeway.
We'll see the freeway.
Especially if like they said, the lights are out. If the lights are out when you're entering and exiting the freeway, then definitely no freeway.
I think the power's back on over here. All these lights are operational.
They can be running off different electricity, you know. it builds up later.
It always builds up there though.
Cars are parked there. I mean, I would expect a long line. It's open. It's open.
Yeah, they have their station's working. Look, the 7-Eleven's working.
Gas station broken. I mean, that gas station works. Light does not work at all. It's not even blinking.
They're redoing this whole.
I was kind of talking about that beach straight ahead. Yeah, you just make the right still,
Okay.
and then
I was gonna say,
watch for the guy.
They're actually repaving this area.
I know.
I can actually drive down the powerhouse.
See when you can make the next possible left or U. Make a left here.
Okay. I don't mind driving down there. It's not that far.
Okay. Find parking when you see it.
Why?
Because the beach is actually to the left, but it's a one-way road, and you can't go to the left on this one.
Oh right, we can make a U-turn then.
I mean, unless you want to go through an alley that way or something.
Yeah, well,
There's an alleyway here.
here the folks. Look,
I know. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
well, let me make a U-turn and go around.
Just park here, man. It's like literally just like a 3-minute walk if you park around here.
I know. Oh, that one's really bad. That's I should go run down here before I run past this. I want to see the powerhouse and that. Yeah, I really should have run.
I'm not touching the cold water.
Water? I like cold, man. Try my color.
Oh, you're screwed, Spencer. You're screwed.
Yeah, it's refreshing, dude.
Yeah, right. It's freezing. Loser.
Yeah, you only went out.
Spencer, go up here. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'll go back there and wait too hot. Fuck here.
Loser. Stay there. I want to make a cool, funny video.
Oh, fuck that.
Wow. That's good stuff. This is good stuff.
Damn, this fly I'm not taking my phone with me anymore.
I don't see anything coming from it.
You can always just drive down there, dude.
You want to drive all the way down there?
Not that far.
Go for it, son. There's so many people surfing though, look.
Yeah, dude. Get a good shot of that. And next time we go on the beach, I'm not bringing any technology. It's like the government thing.
Okay, let's go. That's what everyone wants right now.
Yeah. Dude, you know what sucks? My neighbor has a backup generator.
Okay, so how does that suck for you?
It sucks for me because I can't use it.
Well, maybe if you really need to use it.
Let's go over and be like, hey, buddy, can I use your backup generator?
Well, what would they run then?
Critical stuff like your refrigerator and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what, okay, good thing we got the ice.
Hey, well, a lot, actually, quite a bit. Everybody's scrambling. You guys are doing a great job. Really appreciate that as well. Quite true to that. I covered it.
Well, we really appreciate that. Are there any particular problem areas? Are there traffic problems? Is there any particular cautions or suggestions you offer for trying to help get through this?
Well, I've been hearing spotty things that you guys have been covering, but it sounds like the roads people and stuff are talking to you and telling you where the hot spots are right now. And those are pretty accurate, the places you'd expect. What I can add to that is we are still advising people, go home. Go home, stay home, prepare for darkness, which is coming here pretty soon, because it doesn't really look like there's going to be any power restored for several hours still. So get prepared for night. Get your flashlights, your batteries, and your radios out, and be prepared and listen up and pay attention.
Well, very, very good advice, and thanks very much. And please keep in touch. If you have anything you want to share, we'll be quick to get you on.
Well, we're hoping you guys are going to carry that news conference at 8. We do have SDG&E here, so we'll be giving as much. We're gathering all the information right now.
As we are not sending out any other outbound flights, and we still have some very limited inbound flights that are coming in. And some of those flights, some other flights are being diverted, or others are just being canceled. Those are all inbound.
Okay, but otherwise things are relatively calm there and quiet. You have, I assume you have a generator capacity, so you're able to deal with this perhaps more in stride than a lot of large facilities.
We do. Our terminals do have generator power that are that's happening right now. Yeah, and we're doing that also to keep our passengers comfortable, because as it gets darker, it's really sort of a safety issue.
Okay, well, thank you very much for the update. If you have anything else to share with us, please give us a call. We'll get you right on.
We certainly will. Thank you so much.
And we have Robert in San Marcos who wants to give an update on stores open in the San Marcos area. Robert, welcome to Kogo. It's good to have you on.
Yes, I'm at the Twin Oaks and Buena Creek intersection. The lights are working. The eastbound traffic is obviously bumper to bumper all the way out to 16, but the little market here is open there out of ice.
Yeah.
Lights, batteries, and
Keep it open.
the other small growth.
Hot.
Well, that's great to know. And could you give folks once again the cross streets where this is at?
That's Buena Creek and Twin Oaks. Eastbound traffic, of course, is
Yeah, I
bumper to
see
bumper
it.
going
That's
very calm. There was one guy that was driving down the shoulder. A couple still honked at him. Most of them just ignored him. That was about 15, 20 minutes ago. Everybody's been real polite, real nice. And in general, it's just a nice, calm, calm evening without power.
Well, I really appreciate the update. So do our listeners in the San Marcos area. Any folks out there who have an update on where people can get crucial supplies, can get gasoline especially, please share. We want to get the information out to the community. Thanks again, Robert.
Thank you.
Now, it looks to me like 3.2 million people in San Diego County, 200,000 people, at least a couple 100,000 people in South Orange County, and perhaps that many or more in the Inland Empire, specifically the Palm Springs area, appear to be without power. So we're close to 4 million people without power. And right now, here in the Kogo studio, our cable TV channels have all gone off simultaneously. So I'm not sure what that means, but that suggests perhaps that the local cable channels, Time Warner Cable perhaps, or Cox, are having difficulty staying on the line. Now, once again, this is an extraordinary event, September 8, 2011. We're going to be thinking about this probably the rest of our lives, because none of us have ever dealt with anything of this nature. But the key thing is, keep your cool. We will get through this. Just keep your cool.
Spencer's going to start crying right now.
Think about batteries.
Oh my God, it's so horrible.
Think about relatives who need help.
Really?
Plan ahead tomorrow, because there's not going to be school almost certainly.
God damn
and just
it.
start to think about this. But remain calm, because it's not going to get any better if you get agitated.
Spencer's been thinking about suicide.
Updating with you as much as we can, as soon as we can, with as much
Can't live
information
without
as
his video
possible.
games anymore.
As I said earlier, we have called out to the San Diego County Regional Water Authority to get any information they may have. Also, San Diego Unified School District, the largest school district in the area, to try to find out if they have info for us. But in the meantime, we will wait to hear from presumably all the big shots at 8 o'clock when there is a big press conference.
What's running?
Kogo's Phil Farrar will be there.
There's no steam. I don't see steam.
Try to give us all the information and to carry that press conference
I don't
live.
see steam.
Earlier today, we had Mike Nigley, the president and chief operating officer for San Diego Gas and Electric, coming on. And he said told Kogo that customers should be focused on emergency supply plans and that customers should not assume that this is going to be over anytime soon. We did have what I thought was rather remarkable news. He said that the transmission line from Arizona to San Diego had already been restored earlier in the day when we heard that it had never become some kind of catastrophic physical perhaps sabotage.
Go by. actually open. You can actually see inside it.
Would explain what he was talking about. So he says, Oliver,
Are those steam vents on the top?
do what you can.
I know that big one is a steam one. Are those like other vents on top or something? Yeah, they're probably like valves or something. Small valves. I mean, this thing has to be running like close to 100%.
Now, I guess when you have
And Encino. Oh, there's a beach right here. I didn't know that. There's like a beach right here. That's how people hear me. That's actually pretty cool.
So the demand went down, well, most likely because the power went out and the supply also went down as well. But there was never a time when those two lines even got close to crossing prior to this.
Well, what's odd about this is, you know, we're going to look back on this in a few days, and we're going to be just sickened about this because it's going to be turned into a political football. This is going to be used by people who say, well, of course, we should just have solar panels on our roof. We wouldn't have to depend on this. And then other folks are going to come in and say, if we had a true national power grid, we just ship power in from other parts of the country and the crisis is averted. And so both arguments are interesting.
That's kind of dumb, because if there is, then that means there could be
the idea of having had a national grid that would have allowed power to be shipped our way from, you know, from Northern California or Nevada or New Mexico or whatever.
That's what will happen.
That sounds pretty good to me.
If it's a national power grid, someone can easily get into that grid and take out the whole network.
That we've just had extraordinary events involving California utilities. We had the PG&E disaster on the Bay Peninsula that the report came back and said the PG&E is totally at fault. And now we have Dennis Cushman, Assistant General Manager for the San Diego County Water Authority. He's on board. He has some important information.
The Fallbrook Public Utilities District, the Valley Center Municipal Water District, the Helix Water District, and the Ramona Municipal Water District. Again, those four districts: Fallbrook Public Utilities District, Valley Center Municipal Water District, Helix Water District, and the Ramona Municipal Water District. The message for customers in those four districts and those four water districts only is to begin immediately practicing extraordinary conservation measures. Those extraordinary conservation measures are to do no outdoor water use at all, and only essential indoor water use until further notice. It is important that we stress right now that this advisory applies only to customers in those four districts. If you do not live in those four districts, we ask that you practice your ordinary and customary water use practices. Do not implement extraordinary water use conservation measures if you do not live in those four districts.
Okay, Dennis, now the safety of the water somehow affected. Should we boil water? If you're not in those four districts and you're saying that the extraordinary conservation measures aren't necessary, does that mean that people can use their water normally but just not go overboard?
Just practice your ordinary, regular conservation practices for water use. If we have the county health department, if there's a boil water notice for any specific area of the county, that will be issued and only limited to those areas. If you have not been advised of a boil water notice, then the water is safe to drink.
Okay, now, well, what is your advice for folks out there? Well, because we've heard that folks who try to prepare to have a gallon of water per person per day for the duration of this, at minimum, is it okay if people load up, water, jugs or things like that, or to try to prepare for this, or is that going to strain supplies? What is the Water Authority's recommendation to individuals in districts that aren't affected by
demand placed on the system, either greater demand or lesser demand?
Yeah. The interesting thing is that most people can't really upload anything on YouTube right now.
You can on 3G, but...
Hey, is gas pumping right now?
When the grid starts up again,
Do you guys know if gas is pumping right now?
So you're not going to be watching the big
It's so.
anyway.
You guys know of where there's one that's working?
They do of NFL football. So unplug your big screen TVs.
All right. All right. Thanks.
Let's double check it, Shell. Because I really would expect there to be like a long ass line if it was working.
The 7-Eleven in there. There's a bunch of people.
There's people actually crowded outside of 7-Eleven?
No, they're inside of it. They're getting emergency supplies.
I would go to state. They still have.
These ones are gonna go out in a little bit.
I know. I thought those exits. Oh, that's so weird. Like, it's so dark that you can actually see anything that lights up to glow in the dark.
Saxony Road just went out. That one was working earlier.
Yeah, I would suggest not driving if you don't know the area. I mean, because like I would stop there just because I know there's a stoplight there.
That's why. That's why you flash your high beams before. But you see why I flash my high beams now? Because people were like, "Oh shit, there's a light out."
Let's see, Saxony Road.
That one just went out. So that one was working on the way over.
See, people have to stop because like people there need to stop and people there need to stop too, or else this doesn't work.
I'm gonna call the.
Yeah, there should be like a number of like unworking stop signs too.
I'm gonna call the sheriff's department real quick.
Yeah, Pearl Gardens is a major one, I think. Yeah, I remember how this one was working. Was it or not?
Yeah.
No, the next one is definitely working for sure.
Yeah, they said they're doing the best they can to get everything.
Is that one working? Oh, that one's out. You know, I think.
Well, look at how dark it is.
Yeah, man,
It's eerie.
I think anything that's okay. Here's my theory. If it turns red, yellow, green, while the other ones are blinking red and red, they're gonna be out. That's my theory. That's why El Camino Real is out right now. Approaching El Camino Real.
They basically, you know, the dispatcher said we're doing the best we can.
Yeah. We're around Target right now. Spence is making a stop.
Is this sketchy?
Just slowly. El Camino Real. That's where Home Depot is.
And this is the one light I ever want to be out, just the camera light. But, well, just the camera, anyways.
Just the camera. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go online and see what's open and what's not. And then
they need to get stop signs at a major intersection, so otherwise people are just gonna blow them.
Obviously already very weak.
Now,
only the moon can provide power.
From the Union Tribune website, signonsandiego.com, suggests some degree of confidence that power will be restored tomorrow. So that is very good news. The lead of the story says there is a belief that this will last until sometime Friday. Now, that is very good news because that doesn't always happen. We've seen power outages last for days and days and days when big things go wrong. But this suggests that there's some progress being made. The same as what LaDonna mentioned about some power being restored. in
My
parts of
mom said
Tijuana,
LCC
and
has
then that
light,
great
too.
news, the great report we got from Laguna Niguel, that power's already on there, because that is very much part of the SDG&E grid. The SDG&E is already beginning to restore power in the northern edges of its service area. You know, perhaps this will have a quicker and happier and neater resolution than a lot of us were worried about earlier this afternoon when we saw that immense gridlock out there, and we saw that initial statement saying we've never had a failure like this before.
Right. Well, and I think they're still trying to puzzle out exactly how this whole thing came down and started happening. It started in Arizona. That power problem caused problems with the line coming in from the north, and it was just this cascading issue, a cascading wall of power outages, and suddenly everybody in Southern California has no power, and it's left a lot of questions. I know that some people were panicking just a little bit concerned that they were going to, this is a terror thing. Absolutely not. We just heard from Keith Slaughter from the FBI, and we've heard from several other sources. This apparently is just an accident. It's just some sort of glitch in the power grid, and they're working to get that thing back up.
We have Al in southeast San Diego. This is kind of an alarming note going with his message, saying that there's price gouging. Al,
I would think.
all right, well, let's
front yard
hope
should still be
that.
lit.
Now, once again, let's get back to the headline because it is just crucial. If you live in the Helix Water District area, La Mesa.
Nighttime, pitch black, no lights. I literally can't even see our patio right now. The camera is using night mode. That's why it looks all laggy.